Now, artists can distribute music directly to fans without a corporate middleman. The popular rock band Barenaked Ladies left Warner Music in 2003 to go it alone. Stephen Page is the band's frontman. Kevin Hearn plays keyboards.
Terry McBride, our manager, took us out for dinner one night and said, let's not resign. We thought he was nuts, because I couldn't imagine being outside of the world of a major label.
It all makes a lot more sense now. Barenaked Ladies sells fewer CDs than they might have with Warner, but they make a lot more on each of them.
We used to make like $2 a record with Warner's, and now we make probably $6.
What's more, the band, not Warner, owns its new recordings. But there are challenges. These days, fans expect much more contact with the artists they love, and Barenaked Ladies has perfected the art of intimacy. They update their weblogs daily, include fans in their videos, and even took a 3-day career friends.
People on the cruise ship! People on the cruise ship! I mean, what other people are there, right?
We were dreading it. I thought it was going to be horrendous. But it ended up being...
Trapped on a boat.
Trapped on a boat with your most rabid fans. It sounds great.
Hello, ships and dippers.
But it was really great. It was like a floating music festival.
It's not the way it was in the 60s and 70s.
Well, the mystery's gone. We can't get that back. I mean, if you bought a Beatles record or something like that, I'd sit and I'd stare at the album cover and pull out the poster and stare at all the pictures. And that was my contact with them. But if the Beatles were out now, you'd expect blog updates from Ringo twice a week.
How important is it for you to keep up this level of communication in order to sell your music?
Well, we went to England a couple months ago, and it was the biggest audiences we've had since we had a top 5 hit there, which was 7 years ago.
Without the record company and without publicity.
And no radio play this time.
So what's that from?
That's from the internet. That is from the fans feeling they have a connection with us, and with connection with each other as well.
And there's no greater connection than seeing it live. Sales from North American concert tours shot up last year to a record $3.6 billion. But the record companies will hardly see a cent of it. For years, the deal was simple. The label invested in an artist and reaped the benefit of record sales, while the artist made his or her money from concert tickets, merchandise, and sponsorships. But with falling record sales, labels can't get a return on that investment. So companies like Warner are trying to get a cut of all the artists' income.
If we're going to be investing in artists going forward, we need to become more partners with them in their career.
Do you think the artists are willing to view you as a partner? It isn't always the greatest of relationships.
If we're going to talk about partnership, there has to be trust at the baseline. And it's very fashionable to say there's no trust between artists and record companies. And I think, by the way, in the past, there's been poor behavior by record companies and probably some poor behavior by artists. If we don't partner, the artist and the record company, I think each of us are missing a tremendous opportunity.
Lawyer Ken Hurt says the record companies are finally changing their tune.
They are changing their attitude. There's no question about that. Which is, you know what? We've got to reinvent ourselves to a place where artists trust us, artists rely on us, artists want us, because they can't just need us anymore. And I think that record companies will evolve into financial partners and creative partners.
You represent Beyonce, very important artist. Why in this world doesn't Beyonce say, hell with it, I'm just going to go directly to the consumer. I don't even need a record company any longer.
Well, Beyonce is managed by Music World, and Music World thinks about these issues all the time.
So this could happen?
Oh, it'll happen as soon as it's contractually opportune. It certainly will happen.
Can artists go it alone now? Can they say, you know what, I don't necessarily need a record company to be giving up a good slice of whatever revenues I get. I may not become a multimillionaire. I can make a living at it.
Frankly, from a marketing standpoint, from a promotion standpoint, from getting your material out to every mobile phone company, being on the deck of that mobile phone company, being on the homepage of iTunes, etc., for an individual artist to be able to do that, very, very difficult to do.
With CD sales sinking fast, time is running out. The industry's fortunes hang on the hope that fans will want their music and pay for it on a new wave of mobile devices. Bronfman is confident his business will be brought back from the brink by the promise of music made available instantly, wirelessly.